Hi, it's Liz again. I just watched Spike Lee's When the Levees Broke. I just wanted to start off by saying that it was like a really surprisingly good documentary. I didn't think I was really going to be that interested in it. I never really thought much of what happened to the Hurricane Katrina victims. I just thought initially that it was one of those. Oh, whoop, text message. I just thought it was one of those natural like horrific incidences that just kind of happens and that you'd have no control over anything. But I really thought it was interesting the points that he made as he was going through the video that he first initially explored how the people reacted, what happened that day, how they felt, and then eventually he went on to discuss besides the events for other people and their and how it affected them in their lives. He discussed the historic roots behind it, the political questions, the controversy that surrounded the levees, and how when the levees had flooded because of the hurricane, it eventually broke, which caused the rest of the New Orleans area to become flooded and destroyed. I thought that was just really interesting. As we're going through, I guess the oral historyness of it is using a bunch of different clips and different interviews with people, as well as different types of graphics and transitions within the film. I think that's what makes an oral history. It tells a story through that way, that each element, each person's story in some way contributes to the whole picture and the point behind the movie. And I think the main idea, at least behind the first two acts, was to explore the devastation, what happened, to set some groundwork and foundation, and then to eventually get to the whole political controversy and to find out really what happened and maybe how it could have been prevented if the right measures had been taken and if there had been more attention given to the situation. I also wanted to say that the way that oral histories, at least the way Spike Lee did it, was he used a bunch of different news clips, different photographs of newspapers. He used live footage. He used different types of music. Altogether, it was a really interesting piece of artwork. I liked how during the interviews he had some interviews on the street, so you actually got to see the devastation, and then others he had them in a private background with different kind of lights, and altogether it just kind of gives it set the whole mood and the whole tone for the first two acts. So I guess the point of an oral history would be to tell a story and to make a point, but instead of actually using specific words and specific like a paper that explains, it's more of he's showing us and not telling us, and it lets the viewer to kind of piece together and kind of formulate an argument and kind of be interactive with that. So that's all. Thanks.